run up to the nursery and take a look at all the new additions.
Look, darling, why don't you call me first? I really don't want to run all around the hospital trying to find you.
Rusty, what's the matter with you? Why are you so jumpy?
Oh, look, honey, I'm sorry. I guess I just don't like being back at this place.
Well, listen, when you go talk to Granddad, you know, he's a very good listener. Why don't you tell him about whatever it is you're worried about?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I don't believe it. Jamie, this is Travis and Liza Stentel. This is Jamie Larsen, my former sister-in-law, Anne. Henderson Hospital's newest pediatrician.
Oh, Jamie, I'm very glad to know you.
Oh.
Kathy said some wonderful things about you.
Oh, thank you. I've heard a lot about you, too. How's the recovery going?
Well, I feel terrific. You might want to take a look at my husband, though. He seems to be a little down.
Well, I'm sorry if that shows. Look, darling, I have to go see Stu. I hope you all excuse me.
Okay. Have a good visit.
Yes, I will. Jamie, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Travis.
Kathy.
See you later. Liza, what's bothering Travis?
I wish I knew.
Wendy? Honey, good morning. I have a surprise for you.
Why are you here?
Well, I had to drive Jamie to the hospital, and when I found out that she's treating Timmy McKay, I thought I'd stick around and tell her his mother.
Mrs. McKay is coming here?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm going to meet them both in a few minutes.
Oh, you know, she came to see me the night that I got home from the hospital. She's a very strong lady, but with all she's had to face, I just wondered if there was something that my husband and I could do to help her.
She needs a lot of support right now. These aren't easy times for her.
Oh, well, look who's here.
Hello, Mrs. McKay. Good to see you again.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Timmy, this is Liza Stentel
Hi, Timmy.
and Kathy Phillips
Good morning, Timmy.
and Dr. Larsen.
Hi,
Timmy.
You know,
You can call me Jamie if you'd like.
Well, let's go get those tests over with. What do you say? We got better things to do today.
We won't be long.
I'll be waiting out here, Timmy. What is it, Mrs. McKay?
I don't want to burden you with my problems.
well, I think you need someone to talk to.
It's Timmy. He was so close to his father. Since Don's death, he's hardly said a word. He won't eat. I know he's not sleeping. Every night I hear him crying in his room.
What can we do to help? You can't go through this all alone.
Mrs. McKay, my husband and I would love to do anything we can. Please let us.
You're both very kind. frightened. You see, Timmy doesn't know the truth about Don's death. I unplugged one of the tubes from the television, and I canceled the newspaper. But I'm so afraid that he's going to find out from somebody else. I just know he can't take it. Every time we go to some public place, I'm afraid he's going to hear someone talking.
Could he already know?
I don't see how. I've been with him almost constantly. I don't think I can keep him from it any longer. I think he senses something else is wrong.
Excuse me, Mrs. McKay.
Yes?
Timmy's asking for you. I think it'd be easier if you were with him.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much. You're both very kind.
I certainly know how she feels.
About Timmy?
About him sensing that there's something wrong.
I don't understand, Liza.
You saw what Travis was like this morning?
I sure did. He seemed so preoccupied, not himself at all.
He hasn't been for quite a while now. I don't know, maybe, before the accident. Oh, Kathy, there's something wrong. There's something he's not telling me.
Now, why on earth would he want to keep something from you?
I don't know. Maybe it's just about his mother. Before the accident, he was talking about her moving back here. Maybe that's it.
Why would he keep you in the dark about something as important as that?
I don't know. But it's beginning to upset me. It's not like Travis to keep anything from me. Not unless it's very serious. I just wish he'd tell me what it is.
Listen, if it is bothering you that much, I think you should talk to him about it.
I guess that's what I have to do.
Stu? Hey, Travis, sit down. I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Oh.
Look at that one.
Yeah. That was the first time Liza ever sang in front of the whole family at Christmas. I took that picture with a camera that Janet gave to Marge and me.
Oh, what about this one?
Well, that was very sad. I gave Liza a little China doll music box, and I was going to take a picture singing with the doll, and it slipped out of her hands and smashed the smithereens, so all I got was a picture of her crying.
Stu, why did you want to show me these?
Oh, I enjoy looking at them myself every once in a while, and I wanted you to know something, Travis.
What?
I've loved that girl a long time. And I wanted you to know how sorry I am about your loss.
It's your loss, too, and Janet's loss, and I guess it's everybody's loss.
No, that's true, but not the way it is for you.
Stu, it was just so unexpected. I never thought about not having a child. I always took it for granted. I just figured that there'd be two of them. In fact, that's what Liza and I agreed. We just thought for sure there'd be a little boy, a little girl. I could picture them so clearly in my mind. A guy with curly hair and a lot of spunk. A sweet little girl.
Like Liza.
Yeah. really a great age, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the best. She was about 4 then.
Stu, how do you mourn for the loss of someone who's never lived? It doesn't seem to make much sense.
Well, your grief isn't just imagination, Travis. It's very real. It has to be expressed. It has to be dealt with.
I guess I haven't thought much about my own feelings. I've been so worried about how she's going to take it.
It's going to be pretty tough on her. You don't have an easy job.
I've never dreaded anything so much in my life.
Yes, I'm sure. So, when are you going to tell her?
I'll have to tell her soon. But this is so damn hard. I don't want to hurt her.
Travis, sometimes it's harder not to know.
What do you mean?
I think Liza knows that something is wrong.
How do you know that?
Well, because when I went to see her yesterday, she just came right out and said it. She thinks there's something you're not telling her.
Why didn't she mention it to me?
Well, because she is trying to spare you like you're trying to spare her. But she's very upset.
Oh, and then I've got to tell her.
Yeah, I think that would be best. Travis, before you do, there's a thing I wanted you to know.
What's that?
I've loved that girl a long time. I used to imagine all kinds of things for her. But I never could have imagined a better husband or someone who could have been as good to her as you are.
I guess I never could imagine loving anyone this much.
Then tell her. Soon.
Okay. As soon as I get her home.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Liza.
How'd it go with Timmy?
All right, I suppose.
You don't sound very sure.
I just feel so sorry for those two.
I know, they really are alone, aren't they?
They are.
Jamie, do you think there's anything that my husband and I can do to help them?
I'm sure of it. Look, Liza, do you have a minute?
Yes, please.
Why don't you sit down? Both of them are trying to be so brave for each other. I just get the feeling it just can't go on like this much longer.
What is Timmy like?
I don't know him very well yet. He's a brave little boy.
Mm.
He's quiet. Seems to keep his feelings to himself. I don't think he wants to burden his mother.
But he's just a little boy.
He's young, but he's already suffered so much.
Oh.
You can't share physical suffering. And he seems to just get used to keeping his feelings all bottled up.
But can't that be harmful?
Well, it certainly isn't healthy, mentally or physically.
Do you think he would talk to someone who isn't as involved as his mother?
I can't promise you anything, but he may respond to you. I think it's worth a chance.
Oh, good. Oh, Jamie, how do you talk to a child about something as painful as his father's death?
Same way you would to an adult. Very directly. You can't lighten a subject like that. So you just have to look them straight in the eye and be very honest, and you won't lose their trust. You have to have a great deal of love and patience. You have to be a very good listener.
Oh, good.
Oh, already? Well, Timmy, I hope you're going to do those exercises like we talked about.
Okay. Timmy, I have to do exercises, too. They can be boring sometimes, can't they?
Yeah.
You know, I have an idea. Why don't we get together and do our exercises? That way you can help me make sure that I'm doing them right.
Well, what do you think, Timmy? I'm sure Mrs. Santel will make them more fun.
But you have to promise me now that you won't show me up.
Okay.
Good. You know, I could use a new friend. Couldn't you?
I guess so.
Wonderful. Well, the deal. Listen, you think about it. Decide when you'd like to get together. And then I'll give you a call, okay?
All right.
Wendy? Honey, are you all right? And darling, answer me. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Dear Mother, I know this will probably be a shock to you, but perhaps that's what you need to finally see that I'm not a little girl anymore. When I was younger, I needed you to tell me what was right and wrong. And you did the job well. Too well. In fact, you never stopped doing it. Not only are you robbing me of my right to make my own decisions, you're also keeping me from having my own life and feelings. You're so dominant that I can hardly hear my own thoughts and feelings most of the time. I've tried to tell you 100 times, but you never listen. I can't go on any longer like this. Mother, I can't live with you anymore. There's a real world out there, and you can't always protect me from it. How can I trust your own decisions when you've made so many mistakes yourself? I have to make my own mind. I'm sorry, but leaving home seems to be the only way I can make that happen. I'm old enough to do this. Remember, you were the same age as me when you left home. So don't try to stop me. It's my right. I'm sorry it had to be this way. I love you. Wendy.
Timmy looks so hurt. Rusty, I know there's some way we can help him. You should have seen the smile on his little face when I said I needed a friend, and he said he did too.
I'm glad, darling.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
You haven't been glad for a long time. I see it in your eyes. You're not the same person.
Am I that easy to read? I love you so very much.
I love you so very much, too. Rusty, don't you understand? It's because we're as close as we are that I know you haven't told me everything. You haven't, have you?
No. And I never wanted to have to tell you.
I want to know. Please tell me. I guess I was hoping this would go away. But I suppose things don't go away unless you face them. Or maybe this won't go away. It won't, will it?
No. I only wish it could. For both of us.
Dorothy, I'm scared. Hold me.
Sergeant Atkins.
Yes, Sergeant, I have an emergency. It's my daughter.
What's your name, please, ma'am?
Stephanie Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T. On Maple Hill Road. It's 2869.
What's happened?
She's missing.
How long?
I don't know. Sometime during the night, she left a note.
How old is the girl?
16.
I see, 16, and she's missing. Do you have any reason to suspect violence? Did she leave voluntarily?
Well, I guess so. She left a note, and we had quarreled.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do.
What do you mean?
That comes under the category of missing persons.
But she's a runaway child.
And a person is not missing until they've been gone for 24 hours. Now, in the case of your daughter...
Sergeant, I did not call up to argue with you. Please, just take the information down. Her name is Wendy Wilkins, W-I-L-K-I-N-S. She's about 5'5", and she weighs about 105 pounds. She has shoulder-length dark hair.
Now, I can enter this in the log, but that's all I can do. Wait a minute. Wilkins, Wyatt. Weren't you two just in here on an attempted rape?
Yes, we were.
And I see she's run away before.
Yes, Sergeant, that's right.
Look, I gotta tell you, Mrs. Wyatt, she's 16 years old, and she's an emancipated minor in this state. I'm afraid you can't make her come home unless she wants to.
Who is it?
Me, Sissy.
Sissy.
Just a minute.
Hi.
Hi.
I figured they didn't do so great on breakfast in jail.
You can say that again. Well, come on in.
Thank you.
What have you got in that mysterious little brown bag?
Oh, well, I bought you some fresh fruit and some French croissants.
Wow, that sounds terrific. And if the timer on my automatic coffee maker worked, it should be business.
Okay.
Do you want some coffee?
Yes, please. Just a little bit, maybe half a cup.
Okay.
Black, please.
Well, go make yourself comfortable in my sumptuous dining room.
Oh, it's all right. It looks like mine. These should be really good. I just picked them up.
You know, I really admire you a lot.
You do? How come?
Well, just this whole way you have of taking a bull by the horns. And just doing things. Like bringing me breakfast in my boudoir after everything that's happened.
Oh, Sally, I really don't think that much. And my daddy always told me maybe that's good, having a one-track mind. I'm the kind of girl that when she's
And love, that's all there is to it, you know? Plain and simple, just love. And when she wants to be a friend, that's all there is to it. And I want so bad to just put all that's happened these past few weeks behind us.
So do I.
Of course, there are some things that will never be the same.
I know. Hey, don't you want your coffee?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I've changed my mind.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm nervous because, Kathy Phillips wants me to witness against Matthews.
Oh.
Something that scares me half to death. I don't want to be near that man. The very thought of that, I just want to hop the first plane I can to Nashville. Maybe try to be a country westerner like I always wanted. No, I wouldn't do that, though. I promise. I'm just wishing.
Yeah. I know what you mean about wanting to get out of town.
What'll happen to you, though? Still gonna pursue being a reporter?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, actually, I know so. It's just gonna be hard living in the same town where everything happened. Especially so close to Lee.
Oh, I understand.
You know, I had a dream. It's really weird. I dreamed that I was back at the Boilermaker. In the back room. And people were there, and they were laughing and drinking and gambling. It was so real. And I could see Beau's face so clearly. Oh, Sissy. I'm so sorry about Beau.
No, that's all right, Kissy. Sometimes I can see his face so clearly. Sonny, but you don't want to go back there.
I don't know, Sissy. I think it might help. The place is all closed up, isn't it?
Oh, it's boarded up. I can't stand the idea of going anywhere near there. But I guess I'll have to because I have to get my stuff. I've got the keys.
Well, that's probably my father. Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Hope you're feeling better today.
I don't want to talk to you, Lee. And my feelings about that haven't changed at all.
Well, Sonny, do you like the way you feel? Do you want to just keep on going like this? I don't think you do, and I know for sure that I don't.
Oh, Lee, please.
Listen, Sonny, we'll make rules. How about that? We'll make some rules. We'll get a chaperone. We'll meet in a public place. Anything at all. Let's just talk.
No.
You know, you're starting to drive me right up the wall.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing this to me for, huh? How come you're treating me like I'm some sort of stranger? I have rights. I love you.
You have a right. Oh, what kind of right have you got? Look, Lee, I don't care what you think or what you say. I've told you once, and I'm going to tell you again, I do not want to see you, and I don't want to talk to you.
Well, you're gonna, because I'm coming over there right now.
Oh, no, you're not. I won't let you in.
Well, then you better invest in a new door, because I'm going to bust that one down. You understand that?
I can't believe that guy. Well, if he thinks that I'm going to wait around here and get treated like that, he's got a little surprise coming.
Sonny, what did he say?
Oh, that I don't have the right to decide what to do with my own life. Sissy, I'm tired. I told him that I don't want to see him, and I don't want to talk to him.
Well, you told me you're in love with him, right?
I guess that makes me pretty dumb, doesn't it? Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's about time that I stopped loving Lee Santel and started getting some control over my own life and my own feelings. Oh, yeah. Lee Santel, he can come over here just about as fast as he wants to, because he is going to find me gone.
No, please, you don't have to go. I'll stay with you. You ought to talk this thing out, Sonny. He didn't mean to hurt you.
Sissy?
I want you to tell me. But promise me, Rusty, it won't affect us. I won't let it. I won't.
Sit down, darling. when they operated on you, the surgeons found a congenital malformation of the uterus. Liza, you can conceive a child, but you can never carry a pregnancy to full term. Which means that we can have everything else in the world, we just can't have a child of our own. But darling, I consulted, at least a dozen specialists, and they all said, of course, a few years down the line, something might be developed, some restorative surgery, but...
Not in the foreseeable future.
Do you know how much I love you? Darling, our lives can be just as full.
Jimmy's off today. Why don't I fix us some breakfast? What would you like?
Darling, I'm not interested in breakfast.
Now listen, Lee.
Sissy, what the hell is...
I'm sorry, I know you're expecting Sonny, but...
Is she here?
No, she's not. She left as soon as you called.
Well, where'd she go?
I don't know exactly.
Can I come in?
Oh, sure.
Sorry about making all that noise.
You made quite a racket. But, I mean, I can understand. I know that you're very involved.
Yeah, well, you can say that again. And I'm getting sick and tired of that girl running away from me all the time.
Listen to me. She wasn't running away. She's trying to figure things out. She needs time to think, that's all.
Oh, now, you two sure got to be buddy-buddy awful fast.
Well, yeah. You're right. I guess we did.
Well, maybe you can help.
Lee, I want to. I really do.
Sissy, I know that I hurt her. And I think I know how bad I hurt her, but she's punished me enough. You know how much I care for that girl?
Yeah.
That night that...
The night that we spent...
Especially that night.
You don't have to worry about that, Lee. Your body was there all right. But your mind wasn't, and certainly not your heart. Girl's lucky.
Yeah? No, she's not acting like it. She's acting like she's lucky to get rid of me.
No, she's acting out of hurt, Lee. You hurt her, that's true, but Bo hurt her even more, and he wanted me to help, that's all. You don't know how sorry he was, Lee. He would have told you. He would have, I know. He wanted you to know that he believed that you two belonged together.
Now, it looks to me like you feel that way, too.
Well, a family's got to stick together, don't they?
Friend?
Friend.
Now, why don't you tell me where Sonny is?
Now, Lee, you gotta remember, I'm her friend, too.
So where are you going?
I only dropped by here to drop some stuff off. Gotta meet Kathy Phillips at the end. If you want to help, why don't you give me a lift?
Okay, come on, let's go.
Look, young man, this is not a personnel department, and as a matter of fact, I don't know how you got past my secretary to barge your way in here. I don't usually do the hiring around here. Mr. Ramsey handles that.
Sir, I'm a very hard worker. I've been trying to tell you. Here, I think I can make something of myself. Your company's got a tremendous reputation, and I feel that I can really...
I don't believe it. Yes.
Mr. Adamson, Stephanie's here.
Well, would you tell her to wait outside? I'm busy at the moment.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is an emergency. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get a job.
Well, he's a very hard-working young man. Why don't you hire him so he can get out of here? I've got to talk to you.
I'll do anything.
You two know each other? All right. Ramsey's off today. He'll be back tomorrow, so you can see him then. Set up an appointment with my secretary.
Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
All right, Stephanie, what is so urgent that you barge your way in here?
This. How'd you like to wake up and find that instead of your daughter one morning?
Dear Mother, I know this will probably be a shock to you, but perhaps that's what you need to finally see. I'm not a little girl. I have to make my own mind up. I'm sorry, but leaving home seems to be the only way.
She's run away. I've gone to the police. They can't do anything. Ted, I don't have anybody else to go to. Will you help me?
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
Liza, we haven't talked.
You know, it's a beautiful day out. Why don't we go for a walk later down by the lake? We can feed the ducks. Wouldn't that be nice?
Good boy, Liza, what are you saying?
That I'd like to go for a walk with you.
Darling, everything's going to be fine.
I know.
I love you. And we don't want to go anywhere until we've talked.
Rusty, we have talked. I understand, and it's okay.
Then tell me what I told you. Repeat it for me.
You said Dr. Rogers told you that I couldn't have children. And that you conferred with specialists, and they said nothing could be done. Is that good enough? I think I'm going to add some more flowers to these. Oh, aren't they lovely? Rusty, we don't have to have children to be happy. Do we? Why do you look so sad? You know, we really should spend more time with Mrs. McKay and Timmy. Now, they need friends now. I think I'm going out to my garden and cut some more flowers. I'll be right back.
On Lou Grant, the Trib staff investigates the sensitive area of children's rights. When a child television star reveals what her life is really like, don't miss the compelling drama of Lou Grant tonight at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.